Hey guys, in this video, we will learn the rules of adding ed and how to pronounce the ed ending sound. First, we will take a look at the rules of adding ed. Here's the rules of adding ed. Actually, there are 3 rules. We will learn all of them. First is rule number 1, our first rule. Here. Rule number 1. If the verb has the last letter as E, just add D. Yeah, if the last letter is E, you just need to add D. Let's look at our examples. We have the word live. Live. We turn into lived. Lived. You can see that here, this word, there's the last letter is E, so you just need to add D over here. It's really easy, right? Now, let's repeat all these words together and make sure to repeat after me. Live, lived, agree, agreed, like, liked, move, moved. That's good, awesome. Now, take a look at our second rule, rule number 2. And this rule number 2 is with some verbs that have the last letter, which is a consonant, and in front of the consonant is a vowel sound. Vowel sounds are like U, E, O, A, and I. So actually there are 3 types in this rule. Let's take a look at our first rule, our first type, type 1. Type 1 over here. With some words that had 1 syllable or 2 syllable, and the stress is on the second syllable, you just need to double the consonant and add ed. Just double the consonant and add ed. It may look a little bit difficult, but the example is absolutely easy. Here, we have the word fit. Fit. We turn into fitted. Fitted. You can see that fit is a 1 syllable word, a 1 syllable word. And here, T is a consonant, so double it, double the T, and add ed. Fit, fitted. Let's all repeat these words together. Fit, fitted, hug, hugged, rub, rubbed, stop, stopped. Good. Let's move on to type number 2. Type number 2 is here. If the verb had the last letter of the verb, if it is H, W, Y, or X, you just need to add ed. And remember, no double the consonant. If you double the consonant, you are wrong. And no one can understand. Let's look at the example together. We have the word stay. Stay turn into stayed. You can see that this word stay, the last letter is Y. 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 So just add ed and no double the Y. Let's repeat these words together. Stay, stayed, play, played. Allow, allowed, follow, followed. Good. Let's move on to our type number 3. Just give me a sec. I need to clip this a little. While waiting for me, remember those. Here is type number 3 of rule 2. Type number 3 is actually quite simple. With the verb with 2 syllable, if the verb has 2 syllable, and the stress is on the first syllable, just add ed. So here we have our first word, listen. Listen, turn into listened. Listened. You can see that over here, listen have 2 syllable, and stress is on the first 1 syllable, lis. So just add ed over here. Listen. Repeat all these words together. Listen, listened, enter, entered, happen, happened. So that we finished our rule number 2, and now it's time for rule 3. Rule 3. Wait me a second. Need to clip this again. Now it's time for rule number 3. While waiting for me, you can memorize rule number 2. Really long. 3 types. Here. Rule number 3 is actually very easy. If the verb has the Y, the last letter is Y. And in front of the Y is a consonant. You just need to Y into I. Turn Y into I and then add the ed. Yeah. So for example, the word study turn into studied. You can see that here there's Y, the last letter Y, and in front of that is a consonant, which is D is a consonant. So you just need to turn Y into I and then add ed. Right. We have the word deny, deny into denied, denied, hurry into hurried, carry, carried. So we finished all of the rules adding ed. We have finished rules with adding ed, and now we will take a look at how to pronounce the ed ending sound. How to pronounce the ed ending sound. There's actually 3 types too. Yeah, 3 types. And I have drawn a map, so it's quite easy. Here's our map. You look at it. 3 types. Type 1, we pronounce ed, id, id. Repeat after me. Id. Type 2, we pronounce it t, t, t. Type 3, we pronounce it d, d, d. So take a look at type number 1. You see these 2 letters, T and D. That means if the last letter is T, we add ed and then said id. If the last letter is D, we add ed and then said id. So just remember these 2 letters and you can pronounce it correct. Id, id. Let's move on to type number 2. Is t, t. Use your tongue and use your voice and pronounce it. Blow the air. T, t, t. You see these letters? The same. If the last letter of some words, you add ed and pronounce t. There's Q, K, there's GH, S, SH, and CH. Just need to remember them. Yeah. And the last type, type number 3, is D, 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 D. You see these words? That mean all the other consonants beside these ones. All the other consonants beside these one. It could be Y, N, L, or G. Anything beside these consonants. D. Now, let's take a look at some examples and we'll practice together. We will practice these together. First, we will practice about the id sound. I have 4 examples, and if you have more words, you can write them down and practice. Let's take a look at this word. Want. T, yeah, T and D. But here's a T. Want. Want. So we pronounce it wanted. Wanted. There's visit. T2. Visit. Visited. Interest. Interested. Decide. Decided. Let's repeat these one more time. Want. Wanted. Visit. Visited. Interest. Interested. Decide. Decided. Good. Let's move on to type 2. We pronounce it t, t. Again, 4 examples. Stop. Remember P? Yeah, P. Stop. Stopped. Stopped. Brush, as H. Brush. Brushed. work, worked, K. And now, watch, watched, there's CH. So let's pronounce these again one more time. Stop, stopped. Brush, brushed. Work, worked. Watch, watched. Here's our last type. Pronounce it D. D. Here we have the word angry, AY. Any other consonant. Angry, angried. Judge, judged. Return, returned. Learn, learned. Repeat this one more time. Angry, angried. Judge, judged. Return, returned. Learn, learned. Yeah, we have finished all of it. We have done the rules of adding ED and how to pronounce the ED ending sound. It's really fun, isn't it? Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed this video. For more video, there will be more awesome videos for you to learn. So bye guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.